Hello, this is Firebreather238, and I am back with a part 2 of what Deku had in Ryan Quirk. Now, we left off at that Deku, UA staff, as well as his parents, now know that Izuku can literally bring people to life, and he's basically a game changer. Now, like before, Izuku will not be really attending UA. He won't try to really attend UA at all, since he doesn't really respect or respect heroes to that. So he really just doesn't care. So anyway, so we're gonna continue. So right now, Izuku is still he's right now. We say it's been about 2 months since basically, oh no, not 2 months. We're gonna say basically the heroes are trying to talk to Urza and Mira to try to figure out where Izuku is. Now they're going to be into Izuku, and they're also in love with him, so they won't expose where he is to them. And since they also know about his past, so yeah, it makes it even harder for them. So basically Izuku right now then like All Might obviously All Might ain't gonna regretting everything now, the fact that they underestimated their son, who they neglected his entire existence to the point where they didn't even know the fact that they don't even know how do you end up not noticing your son been not even in your house for 4 years, basically eating people walking out of your house. Anyway, so you never go to his room, etc. It make no sense. Anyway, so and basically Izumi does figure when obviously All Might Ingo told her, and she told Katsuki, Kasumi, and the others. Now they're all obviously they were shocked. When they told about Izuku, when Nezu and the others told about how powerful Izuku's quirk really was, that first time, that was 10 months ago. They were shocked, and now they regret it now, and in this now, pretty much the only reason why that Izumi, Sakura, and Izumi really bully Izuku really to stop him from because of the fact that they did have a crush on him too. So yes, incest and wincest. So go with it. Basically, they all had a crush on him. They thought that they could bully Izuku to the point where they're. I forgot. Uraka and Momo also in love with him too. But they also tried. They all tried to get Izuku to stop becoming a hero to protect him, and now they're regretting everything. So, Izuku at this point, even though they try to talk, and they try mostly everything. Now, yeah, pretty much the hero tried to talk to Urza and Mira, and they still couldn't get much intel about all of them. So they ended up stopping for the day. And Urza and Mira was literally just set to go and let it go home. But what they didn't know is that Aizawa was following them. So they think that if they use the hero thought they can have Aizawa follow them, it can lead him straight to Izuku. But much surprising. Anyway, so they at least Urza and Mira go all the way close to a half, almost 30-minute walk from your way, and then they already knew that they were being tailed by Aizawa since they actually felt him. They could feel the energy. So literally, when they walked behind the alley, and Aizawa tried to catch up, next thing he knows, they're already long gone. He don't know how he lost them. They went right out and they just disappeared. Now in this case, Izuku did give them a few. He gave his summons a few abilities from other worlds. He did give them instant transmission, so he able to instantly get out of there. So yeah. Now, pretty much obviously because the attempt failed, also kind of like frustrated like All Might and Inko because like they want their son back, but like it seems like their son doesn't want to be with them anymore, which makes sense. I mean, you can't really blame them. Anyway, so um, they try like then they like they didn't really give really a actual address to how they're gonna send them. They did send like an address to like a proxy address like for where they were gonna be sent. So like basically a fake mailing address where they'll drop the mail and you can like instantly transmission into the site, get the mail, and come back out. Like anything come from Heroes, then that's where it goes straight to. Like, yeah. So, anyway, so the heroes end up like doing like sending out the email saying they sent out the thing saying that they're got sent into UA. So instead of like that, they end up like sneaking a little more to Urza and Mira's thing. They actually put like a small tracking device inside of it. So like it was like hidden inside the what that thing called, the one where Urza no, everybody say Urza. All Might was displayed saying how they got sent into UA. It was hidden inside. The tracking device was hidden inside that. So basically, they took it back to Izuku's mansion, and then the heroes just used it to try to just follow. Literally, Izuku ends up like he sees both of them and actually see the guy sent away, and then he actually detected the trackers, which is actually a little surprising. Also, the fact that it makes sense they're going to do something where you get to him. So he instead of trying to destroy them, the whole thing they didn't get enough intel to know where he is. He just ended up letting them track him. So he ended up having he does imagine he does have a few more things. Like he has like like he has a mansion, and then he has like a small private force protecting like his mansion and some of the area around him. So like in case the hero did come and they want to start a fight, him and his soldier be ready for him. So so anyway, so about a few hours later, like he able to detect that they're coming. Like pretty much he had everybody ready for it. So like Urza and Mira, like Urza and Mira are ready. Sorry. Urza and Mira are pretty much ready. So okay, they have to fight. Technically they might not have to, but I'm gonna say they do. His soldiers are ready not to kill, but to stun. Sorry. And Mira, what can you say? And finally, Izuku is ready to subdue as well. Anyway, so sorry about that. I had to call Celine up. Anyway, so I'm good now. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, so right now Izuku, his private force as well as Urza and Mira. Now they're all ready to print in case they have to fight. Now the reason why they really think they might have to fight is because of there's two main reasons. No, there are multiple reasons. Really, the cool ones he know of is like Aizawa and Razorhead and Nezu and Midnight. The only ones he thinks the only real problem he sees when the hero's coming, he's worried more about All Might is going to be there, Inko and Endeavor, possibly Izumi and the others. Basically, that's all of them pretty might come, and and he's really just like Like that's really the most concerning. The reason he's more concerned about Izumi. Like he's worried that Izumi will try to like force herself onto him, where he really do not like. He doesn't like people who try to like use their body as a way to seduce. So he hates women like that, and then, he hates he hates when people try to like force a marriage onto him, or like you know what I'm talking about, like the court marriages, like the one Endeavor and his wife did. So he hates that kind. So he knows that pretty much like obviously Endeavor and the young officers are gonna try to use him to pretty much like for that purpose, for his quirk. Like he doesn't like Momo, or like he doesn't really like he likes Momo, but he doesn't like her family because of the fact that for that exact reason. So anyway, so he's ready, and they arrived, and he thought he was gonna be ready, like for some reason the heroes didn't arrive just for themselves. Like it's not just the hero, but also some swap with them. So, and the reason why I thought about this is because the fact they could tell the fact that during like when they did talk, like during interrogations with Urza and Mira, they did actually saw some hostility towards All Might and Ingo, and Nezu actually think that probably Izuku told them, or Izuku actually like they're linked to his memories or something, so like they actually know what Inko and the other did to him. So they actually brought some SWAT as well as some police force with them in case like they broke out, and they actually see that even Izuku was actually ready for them. Like they were ready for each other. Like literally, they were ready. Like they're both worried that friends one way or another. Like they don't know. Nezu kind of had a feeling that somehow like his side would end up starting it, and Izuku was also constantly working thinking that. So yeah. So anyway, so everybody got there. Like Izuku, All Might, Inko, basically everybody who basically neglected him basically is see him. They see him as a change. Like at the time, they didn't see like his real self. They saw like a mask, or like what they believed was him. They didn't see like all this. This like previously the hunky, I want to say supermodel class. How to say this? I don't know how I want to say this, but it's basically to it anyway. So um anyway, so like they just shot, and like the first one to respond is like I would say really Inko, like Izuku, my baby, and try to like run at him, try to hug him, and Izuku just Rachel just moves out of the way, like she moves out of the way, like he doesn't care, and like obviously all my response like why you do it to your mother, and like the only response he'll go like is like when has ever this woman been my mother? Because it's short as hell. It wasn't like because it was not 10 years ago, or it wasn't when I was like after I was that like had considered a weak quirk. And like and basically is like obviously Inko and I want to try and say like they're sorry like for like neglecting him, like sorry, trying to say sorry, and also like the others too, but he doesn't really believe them. Like he does have like the sense that he does have a quirk now. He had another quirk that he gave himself was basically like a license, so he knows when they're lying, and basically the only ones he knows that were not they'll tell the truth was like basically Izumi, Inko, Kasumi, and Sakura. Everyone was basically lying. Basically, like, and he also had Myra, so he knows what their intentions are. Like, Armin wants him back. Because he thinks that combine his Writing Quirk, if combined Zuko's Writing Quirk with All Might's Once for All, make him powerful. Obviously, they want to use Izuku's Quirk to get actually able to like make a powerful offspring. Um, and basically, like Sarah said, it's like everything more like for their own personal gain. And like Izuku's just shaking his head with actually like a smile on his face. Like basically saying, to think you people really changed. I gotta make sense. I really put my hope on you thinking you've changed, but it seems he didn't. And like, I'm confused by this. Like, and there was like, what do you mean, boy? What do you mean, you like that? I don't say like, but I don't know how to make it perfect endeavor, but I just gotta say that's close enough. Anyway, so like, Izuku's saying like, I know your very thoughts, your own political, like your own, what you really want. I like, for example, All Might. I know you want me to use me to get to make your quirk stronger, to make it stronger as a successor, to be an enemy that you can never defeat. For that endeavor, I know the fact that because of my quirk, you want to use me to force me into a quirk marriage, so you have powerful offspring. They're more powerful offsprings, more strong than you and anyone else before you. And then like then get to Ieyasu is like, when he gets to Ieyasu is like his bond to them is like, I know the fact that you want to use me as well for because you think because of the fact that I could generate you more money because you know that I'm have a bigger company, more money than you, than more powerful, rich, basically better than you at everything. So yeah, so like, and they're all shocked like how he knew about this, and like all he did was like tap his brain, tap his top, like his side of his head. Ingo, not Ingo. Nezu like immediately eyes wide and said like, "You have a mind reading quirk, don't you?" And, and Zuru said, "You guessed it." And literally like the fact that they, well, I don't think I remember show how much he can do, but like they actually have some example. They haven't seen him actually have a person create a quirk almost from another thing. Like hearing him create actual mind reading quirk, like they don't know like how powerful Izuku really is, since like how much they neglected his existence. So like they think he's a weak child. Like he made a body create, no, I was a body shift, body shift quirk, basically able to try to make his body look like where he wants. So he can make it look like his weak, like his standard form, like what he looked like in the canon to where he looks to this. The picture in the middle, that's his real form. The one you see in the canon is all his fake. And he also able to make a quirk where he actually couldn't, like his powers can be detected. It's like no matter how much they able to detect it, they couldn't able to detect how powerful Izuku really was. So, like he has a quirk for every countermeasure to make sure he can never be seen or caught. So like, and basically like, All Might really like now. All Might I don't remember how long I made Izuku. Not to made All Might arrogant, but like he's like, even so, son, like your quirk will change the top. Will help us defeat the villains. And Izuku says, I know. I can literally do more than just do. I can literally do the impossible with my quirk. I can literally make for a reality where I can literally erase a quirk, or I can really make where I can literally make them kind of mindless or conscious. I don't know how to say it. I would say just mindless or conscienceless. So basically a puppet. Yes. He's gonna go there. So even so, like the hero still try like obviously All Might and the other try to talk to Izuku, try to get him like to really just see like try to set away, but he really wouldn't. Because he doesn't want to be controlled by anyone. And but he ended up making a different offer instead. Like he won't like. How about this? I'll make you a different offer. I won't join UA as a student at all. I won't join you student your school as a student, as I don't really want to, or the fact that I don't really have high hopes for Heal Society anymore, thanks to Izumi and the others. And and Nezu's response, if that is true, then what's the deal? Basically, that was Izumi just literally laughs a little bit and looks right at Nezu and instead, I will help you having make your school even because I'm gonna say this. Izumi knows more about UA's defaults, UA's problems than the actual teachers do, so he knows. So he told him I'll make you a deal. I will help you upgrade your security, upgrade your everything about your school. Since he says I know all the major problems. You may have a way to stop them from getting in from the ground, but you don't have a way to stop them from teleporting in and out of your school with these. There's quirk out there are villains with teleportation quirks. Heck, even I have one. And honestly, Nezu is interested in this because he actually believes if you can't convince Izuku to become a student, he can convince me to become a staff at UA. And him and Izuku as they have more talk. So Nezu was the only one allowed to go inside the mansion with Izuku, and they had a little talk for literally a good 30 minutes. And when they come back, and Nezu comes back to them to everyone and tell them a deal had been made. Young Yuri here will not be attending UA as a student. Instead, he will be attending UA as a school enforcer or a school redesigner kind of thing. Kind of help us upgrade our security better. As Izuku just pretty much smiled and said, "You better be ready because it's gonna be tougher than before."